We're here on hole number 15. This is a very challenging hole. At the US Opens and the PGA Championship, this hole played a half a stroke harder than the rest of the holes. The reason for that is the landing area off the tee box has a slight turn to it, and the fairway is very, very narrow. On either side of the fairway, there's very thick rough. On top of that, we've got this hill that we affectionately call Heart Attack Hill. It has a 50-foot elevation. It's surrounded by bunkers, which you can see, and the green is one of the toughest on the golf course. It's sloped left to right and front to back. If I were a player, what I would do on this hole, because the wind is always behind, the prevailing wind is behind, I would just hit a 3-wood off the tee to ensure that I get in the fairway. If I get in the fairway, the second shot is going to be a little short. It's not going to be that tricky. However, if you go for it with a driver and you end up in the rough, it makes your second shot a lot more hard. We're here on hole number 17. This is a very, very hard hole. It's a par 3, it's 198 yards, and the green is surrounded by bunkers. If you get it to the green is only maybe 13 yards deep, so it's very, very shallow. It's very long left to right, and it's a 2-tiered green from left to right. The prevailing wind is always left to right also, so this makes hitting this green very, very hard. I don't anticipate there are going to be a heck of a lot of birdies on this hole. If I were playing this hole, what I would do is I'd use the hill on the back of the green as a backstop. I would probably overclub just a little bit, because if you're in the front bunkers, it's very hard to get out of those bunkers. Again, these guys are professionals, but that's not the point. It's very hard to make a good up and down out of those bunkers. So if I were one of the guys playing in this tournament, I would overclub myself just slightly, use the back hill as a stop, and make sure I cleared the bunkers. We're here on hole number 18. This is a very exciting hole. I really hope that most of the matches make it to 18. This hole is relatively short, so much so that at the US Open, guys were hitting irons off the tee box. After the US Open, we added a bunch of bunkers in their landing area so that it forced them to maybe think about hitting a driver off the tee and try to carry those bunkers. Regardless, wherever they land in the fairway, they're going to have a short iron into the green. The green is relatively flat. Again, if they make it to 18, I think there are going to be a lot of birdies on this hole. So in this Ryder Cup, I believe that the players who are going to shine are going to be the people that hit the ball the furthest. If you can conquer the length of this course, you're going to have short irons into the green. The greens are relatively easy, so those players that have the length are going to succeed here.